Alright, I think I'm recording now, and hello everybody, and welcome to another sort of mini tutorial. I know I really haven't been active on this YouTube channel or Tumblr account, depending on where you're seeing this, and I do apologize for that. You may be able to notice that the video looks a bit higher quality. That's because I'm using FF Split with it rather than using Bandicam, since Bandicam, I don't know why. I've been fiddling with its settings for a long time, but I never can get it to really work. And since I finally figured out how to layer an image over in FF Split, see right here, it's so adorable. It's the teddy. So yeah. Don't look at that. No, my name is not Jen. Sad face. Okay, I know that was awful. Anyhow. This is the next area I was making for the other tutorial series, but for right now, I'm going to ignore because right now, I'm going to teach you how to make your own tile sets. Now, as you can see, I've already got this square grid right here, and don't worry, you'll be able to find it in the description below, and it will assist in making the, in the tile sets. I'm sorry, I need to make scripts for these dang things. Now, this brings up why I have RPG Maker up, because we need it. Because what I like to do is I like to have a character and be able to use the character as a size reference, and I'll just pick some hairs. And look, we could make a Laura Croft. Oh my gosh, and I have just the stuff for that too. Wait. It's here. I know what it is. There it is. Yes. It's not the right colors though. Too dark. Not visible. Yeah, we'll just stick her in there. We'll have her be our Laura Croft one. If you're wondering where I got the extra hair bits and this outfit from, there are things I've made myself. I don't think I covered it in the tutorial how to make it, but I will probably do that in the next one, as soon as I also finish this one as well. Anywho, now that we have our nice little character for a size reference, and change the eye color, because, why not? I will say, unfortunately, due to the fact that I don't really like the default RPG Maker generator thing for the faces, even after changing the face shape and stuff, I don't really like it because I do still prefer to draw my own face tile. Not face tile. Maybe it is face tile. What? Yeah, face graphic. Okay. I'm sorry, my brain's everywhere, and it shouldn't be. And I can actually also cover later how to make your own accessories. And this is a bloody accessory I made. You can have a missing eye, and it's dark, and gruesome-ish. Or they could, you can't really tell it with this one thing on. If you change the color, you can see the blood and stuff. Anyway, I'm going to put that back, and just I can cover all that later. Oh, that's right, I forgot I made accessory eyelashes. Yeah, there was a time I had a little too much time to work with this stuff. Did I do anything for glasses? Yes, I did one pair of glasses, but we can mess with those later. Anyway, let's just call her Croft, because she's Laura Croft. Not really, but you get the idea. Anyway, she's out, and now we can go back to Photoshop, and we go to open, and the old game I need to finish working on. Wait, graphics, characters, Croft, open. And you can see her here. Now we're just gonna Control A, copy, and paste her in here. And as you can see, if you center her, or him, depending on the kind of model you make, or if you use your own character model for this, she fits quite neatly inside this. Pardon. Anyway, let's say we want to make a chair. Change my brush type to pencil. This way it pixelates everything, as you can see. It gives everything a nice hard edge. Now we're gonna take, and don't mind, sorry, I'm off track again, but don't mind this. I don't know why I pulled it up. I thought it would be useful, but not really, because I can't find where I got the dang thing from, so I apologize for that. Let's see, we can close the cropped image out now, because we don't need it anymore for the time being. Now, first things first is you're going to need a lot of layers. We're going to name this one, Rig. Rig, stop it! Stop! Rig. Can I just rename you, please, if I could stop failing at that for more than 5 seconds? We're going to name this one Croft for the character. That way we don't accidentally paste over top of it. And now we're going to start working on the first part. Let's say we're going to make, let's say you want a bathtub and you can't really find one you like because, you know, things like to misbehave. So we're going to make the gradual shape of the tub. Well, actually, no, I forgot. Okay. This is a much better way to do it now that I think about it. Now it's going to make things a bit smaller than it should be, so we're going to copy this and paste it again. And using your character for a size reference, just keep in mind how big you want it to be. But now we can merge these all together by hitting Control E, but making sure to leave the character layer alone and not merging all together so much that we accidentally get our bottom grid layer. Because believe me, that would be a huge pain to get rid of. Even with color range. Ugh. Anyhow, now that we have our basic shape blocked out, we can oh, sorry, it's up here. Because, you know, they can't have it be in the same place. Oops. Wrong layer. Anyhow, now that we have the basic size we want, now we can start breaking it off and erasing bits and pieces here. I'm just going to grab my tablet. You can just, you can just drag across as you see fit, but I'm just going to use my tablet for this. And just draw a basic, and just, well, not draw, but erase a basic shape for a tub out of what we've got here. Which I should probably go a little further over than that. And we can use the wand tool, and we can just delete the rest of it, and what we've already cut off. As you can see, it's pretty big. It could quite easily and comfortably hold our main character. But now we've got to really adjust the shape to fine-tune it. And I think I'm going to have the bottom actually be about here. And just refine the shape a little more. Maybe a little further. If you erase in a little bit, that's okay. Because, again, you can just quite easily redraw it back. So there's very little issue or consequences. And this side's kind of leaning back nice and gently. Because I'm sort of doing a sort of classical claw tone bath thing. Don't know why, I just thought it would be cool. And as you can see, I keep erasing and erasing and erasing. And that's okay. Just gotta try to maintain that you're keeping it around the same size as your character. Maybe a little bigger to hold them properly. Now, keep in mind, this isn't going to be a straightforward look at a tub. To give the idea of depth in the game, you have to draw it as if you're at an angle. And typically that would be as if you're standing above it, because if you're looking at a tub from a standing position, you don't see it from the side like this. Now that'd be if you're right next to it. For this, you're seeing it as though you're, again, as if you're standing up in front of it. So you'd be looking down the tub and being able to see into it. Let's see here. I'm going to move the tub up a little bit. And I'm going to take I need a goldish color. Okay, I'll just use yellow for right now. Screw it. Because I'll show you a neat little trick to do. And we can do a long tool on this, copy, paste, and then hit the M key to free transform, and then flip it horizontally. Hit the enter key, and there you go. You have it. You may want to move it over a little more on this side since it does have, or to the edge since it does have quite a bit more to support. And then add in a little extra support area. Maybe not that much, but you get the idea. Now then we have our tub legs. And since the tub tends to be very wide, you're not really going to see the other side. So we're not going to worry about those. And we're going to merge layers again, so it's one layer. And I'm going to hit the M key again and hit color range. And OK. And as you can see, it selects both legs because they're both the same color. And we're going to hit Control U. This brings up the hue and saturation. We're going to hit colorize. And as you can see, it automatically lowers the saturation, but that's okay. And we're going to bring it slightly over to here. It gives a bit more of a bronzy look, but if you lower it up and move it over, it's kind of hard to give things a gold color, at least for me. Because if you keep it around, if you keep it at 0, you'll basically just have you'll get to see your color. If it's too dark or too light, you'll either get it white or black. It's a good thing you can't see my hand because you'd think I would be an idiot. Even better to do so. I hate you. Why can't you do this for me? Oh, well, all I had to do was up the saturation. That's even dumber. Anyhow, now we have our gold legs. Next, we're going to start working on our shading. Move back to the brush tool and make sure it's just one pixel. And we're going to hit D to go back to the default foreground and background colors. And this next bit is very, very important. We're going to go up to opacity and lower it to 20. Especially since this is a white tub, we don't want to go too deep in color. And now what you're going to want to start to do is gradually draw out the shape of what you want the tub to look like. Be careful not to go over twice because since it is a lowered opacity, the more times you go over it, the darker it gets until it returns to black. And I'm just too lazy to go hit the back button. Actually, I think I might end up using this as a blocking case as well. Delete. Let me get my tablet again. And you don't necessarily need a tablet to do this. I just prefer it because it makes my life so much easier. Alright. And then we got a tub. And don't mind how it looks right now too much, because now that I've got my basic shape worked out, I can gradually erase and go back, because I need to have it be the lightest shade it can be for the time being. Oops. Let's see here. Let me draw it out a little more over this way. And then go back to the tub right here and give it some more erasure. Alright. Now then, let's work on the rest of it. And again, you gotta keep in mind what your light source is, because the very bottom of your tub is going to be dark, as well as a little bit darker underneath the lip of the rim. Especially for this type of tub, it will be. If you're doing a basic flat flat tub, that's basically a box with a hole in it, then it may not have as much overly serious shading. Just remember to shade in the areas that you want to make sure, and this is where you draw out how far you want your shadows to go as well. So keep that in mind while you're doing this step. Oops, oops, oops. But make sure to keep some space here in the middle clear, because that would still be lit up by residual lighting. Maybe do. This tub will never make me happy. But it probably will in the end. I'm just picky right now. Pick. Yes, whatever. Good lord. They do one edit and they immediately make it more annoying than avast. And then we're going to lower it so that we can do even more subtle changes. And here is where we actually go back over where we've colored in. As you can see, it gives it gradual shading, so you don't have to worry about picking up different hues and shades of a color. You can just add it right in as you go. And for the tub rim, super easy. I'm just being very paranoid, not letting go of the mouse till I'm done. Alright. It's great for very subtle shading as well, to give it a more faded and natural look to it. And going a little overboard on that corner edge. But you do, in short, get the basic idea of what I'm doing, I hope. If I'm being clear, which I have had issues doing so. Doo-doo. 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 See. Give some extra shading, subtlety, majesties. And if you zoom out, it's looking a lot more like a tub. I'm going to go over it again. Oops. Went a little too far over it there. But again, just erase, and it's all good. Give it some extra shading here and there. More subtle shading. Oops. It said subtle shading, not overdoing it, mouse. Frig. Stop goofing up, it's fabulous. But now you may look at the tub and go, oh no, what about doing highlight? The tub is too white, I can't do it. Well, again, this is where well actually, let me see here a second. Wand. What? What? Does it just consider everything as white? You got to be kidding me. So why? Okay, never mind. Frig. Okay, there we go. Now, would you? Oh, come on! You did color range before. Why won't you now? What? What is wrong with you? You pick right now to be a jerk. You pick right frickin' now. Great, it's not letting me do color range for some. Why? It's still not letting me. Why won't you let me? I kinda need to. Oh, for Pete's frickin' sake. Alright, you know what? Screw it. Photoshop just wants to be a jerk right now. So you know what? Screw it. Take this, Photoshop. You can shove it. Can you hear me, Photoshop? You can frickin' shove it. Go back. Go back. What the hell? We're just going to darken the tub a little bit. Not very much, just a little bit. Great. Whatever. No, I hit Control E. Stupid thing. Anyway, now we're gonna rate. Wrong button. It is not. What? It is not hidden! How is it? There's nothing saying it's hidden. I have it back up. Opacity is 100% and fill. What is it doing? You've got to be joking me. What did I have? When did I turn? I didn't even turn Quick Mask on. Just gonna hit the brush. Things have just been way too freaking frustrating lately, and I need to put that back at 100%. I am an idiot. Actually, no. Easy. I'm gonna make it 30% because even lighting. Oh, good lord! Even lighting is subtle. Yeah, maybe make this one. Oh, good lord, not that big. Not that big either. Oops. Big brush. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, maybe that's a little lame, but I think it works. Now then, we need to make it look like there's an inside to the touch, because now it just looks like a sort of wonky bowl. So, I'm going to get a brush back, or at least my... Ouch, 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 ouch. I'm goofy over here. Okay, now we're going to hit X. Oh dear. We're going to go back down to 10%. And we're going to take a little space and leave it above. Actually, no. Let's have it be more. Well, not more, but less than 10%. Let's make it 5%. Gonna leave enough room just to look like we've got an inside. Okay, and come on. Okay. And give it some added highlights on the inside. More noticeable than that, please. There you have it. It's a bathtub. And even from far away, you can distinctly tell what it is. And using that technique, you can quite easily make many things. because this is at 200%. And this is when you have the game full screen. This may be how big you see everything, so you can make out more of the detail. When it's this small, not so much. But you can still see that it does have the basic tub sheet, and it does look like a tub. So yeah. I hope this has been helpful. I know I'm not the best at making these tutorials, but I'm doing my best and giving it a shot. So I will see everybody later. TTFN, everybody.